Alright, Food Foresters, Amy here. Today I'm going to show you how to take your watering container and help keep some of the algae out of it. Alright guys, here in Florida, with the sun that heats up our plastic really good, these things are great for our chickens and our ducks, but I'm constantly cleaning them because the algae builds up inside because it's an all-in-one container, and as you can tell, even though this one has been scrubbed clean, I still have like a rustic residue. Plus we are on well water here, so that doesn't add to helping the algae. So what I've come up with is this idea, which is really simple. You only need 3 things to make this. Is some light colored paint, so that way the water doesn't get heated up too hot. Even though we do provide shade for our animals, it still gets hot even in the shade. But also too, I want to be able to see the water level, so I know if it gets low during the day, I can refill it. It's actually cut down on the algae, and the algae that does build up is really easy to clean out. It's not sticking to it, so it's a benefit for everybody altogether. So all you need is some painter's tape, a sheet of sandpaper you can get anywhere. This is 220, which is just fine. All you got to do is just scuff this up, so that way the paint will stick to it. And then we're using just the regular spray paint, and this is Krylon Fusion for plastics. So this will last a long time on this thing. So what I do first is, with these containers, as you can tell, I've already worked on this one. You don't have to sand it down all the way. You just need it to where it leaves these scruff marks, and you can feel them with your fingers too. And you want to get everywhere you possibly can, short of along the bottom here where it's going to connect. As you can tell, the lid for this goes all the way down. You can sand it if you want to, that's up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on this one. You can go up and down, side to side in circles, as long as it scuffs it up. And I've already done this to my other ones, my square water tubs. I painted it the same color. And my new big round 5-gallon one, I also did the same thing to this. And it works great. So I'm doing it to the little ones because we got meat chickens now, and we are getting more chickens, so we are going to need more watering sources. Now, once you're done, you just want to look over everything. Just make sure it's scuffed enough that the paint's going to stick to it. Looks good. Now, what I do with the blue tape is I make it to where I can see the water level. Now, I know that when this is filled up, it actually gets, most of this gets drained out. So I just have it to where I can see when it gets halfway or less, because I know most of this is empty at the top anyways. So I just pick a little spot. Anywhere is fine. And I'll start right at the little level thing here where it connects. And then just smush it up just like that. Easy. All right, and then next thing we're going to do is we're going to throw some paint on it. Now, what you want to do with the paint, it does take about 2 coats, but you can spray the whole thing, wait 15 minutes, spray it again, let it dry, and then it's ready to be used for your flock, guys. So we're going to go ahead and, that one's out. Get this paint. All right, paint time. Just back and forth motion. Take your time. Make sure you get every little nook and cranny. All right, first coat's done. Now we'll just wait a few minutes. And, all right, it's been about 15 minutes. Another thing I want you to notice, you can actually use any color you want. Here in Florida, we tend to use the lighter colors because black attracts the heat, and you know, we don't want our animals drinking hot water. But also too, where we're spraying on our deck, this deck is not something that we're worried about because eventually we will be replacing it probably in the next couple of years here. But as you can tell, along our deck, we have other, you know, we did our, what was that? The red paint was from our pot holder, and then you can tell over there the other brown spots I used for the thing, and then my daughter painted something green here. So you want to make sure when you're spray painting that you're doing it on either on the ground, cardboard, or on cardboard, or someplace where you won't mind getting a little bit of this paint. All right, so here goes the second coat. Oh, it's blowing right at me. Switch spots. Alrighty, and then we're going to wait another 15 minutes and let that dry. Alright guys, paint's all done. As you can tell, came out really nice. And then the last thing you have to do is just peel off your blue tape. And that's it. So now you can always see where the water's at, so that way you're not trying to guess it if you can't quite see inside, or if you choose a color that's a little bit darker. And that's it. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and grow something for your family.